Welcome to This is the Place, brought to you by We Own This Town, where we discuss the ever-growing and shrinking restaurant and bar options in Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Matt. I'd like to introduce my co-host, the ever-affable man about town, Mickey. How's it going, man?
Hello, how are you doing, man? What's going on?
I am doing very well. It's a good evening. Usually we've been recording these in the morning times.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Really? Okay. Right.
But it's a little later for us for this recording time, but it's good. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, how have you been, man? Any highlights in the past couple weeks since we've seen each other and talked on this podcast?
I guess the biggest thing is like summer is upon us, or maybe it's almost over.
Upon us?
We're in the middle of it, okay?
In the middle? No.
It's over. Is it over?
It is over.
I'll only bring that up to say
My
that
kid just went to school.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This morning.
That's good.
So it is almost at the tail end of summer.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
So I have been enjoying a beer from Jackalope.
Okay.
Local brewery here in town in Nashville.
It's been around. It was the second big one after, I would say, Yazoo.
Yes, but and it's ladies. They're operating the place, and it's amazing. So the beer that I've really been into for the summer is called Lovebird. And it's great.
What is it?
It's a great.
Like, what kind of beer is it? Is it a lager? Is it an amber? Is it a white?
Of course, the beer aficionado would ask me all these things. It's very light and appropriate for summer.
Okay.
So I'll
Okay. What is it called again?
It's called Lovebird, and it's going away. So
it's so limited time. So we
you need to get it while you can.
Gotta get it now.
I found out a lot about beer. The thing is like, say you had a brewery, the thing that you don't want to do is make it seasonal. Yeah. That way you can keep cranking it out all year.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's really good. But it's called Lovebird. That has been like my, I guess you could say, my jam for the summer.
Yeah. Anything else you've been digging on? Any other drink that you like?
There's a really nice cocktail bar. The name of the place is called the Henley, and it's in a hotel.
That's a hotel, right?
Yeah, it's in a hotel.
Oh, it's in a.
I think it's in the Erickson.
So the Henley is the name of the restaurant.
No, the Henley's the name of the bar.
The bar,
like legit, and it's amazing. And I went in for happy hour.
So where do you go to get to the Henley? In case somebody wants to go there. Like, what part of town is it in?
Look up the Henley. It's in Midtown.
Okay.
It's in Midtown. Because, that's the reason to go. I mean, the Henley is straight up. I mean, you're going to go to a cocktail bar, it's a place to go. You walk in, and it's all marble and nice, like... It's really nice.
So do you have to walk through the hotel, or is there...
you walk it. Well, you could actually... There's an entrance where from the patio they can go in straight into the bar, or you can walk into the hotel. Either way, you want to walk into the front entrance and be hit by what's the latest thing if you have a boutique hotel. Get on that train.
I don't know if anybody heard that.
No, I think everybody heard it. So... when you walk into like these boutique hotels that just open up in Nashville, you're immediately hit by their signature scent. Like I mentioned the Noel an episode back.
Yeah.
If you walk into the Noel, it smells like a very specific scent.
The Bobby has its own scent.
I know, it's kind of funny. It's very strong.
21C has its own scent. They all.
I don't know what 21C smells like. Modern art, but
really good.
I'm saying it does. But if you walk into the Erickson Hotel, it has a signature scent. So you walk in, and then around the corner is the Henley. And I went in for happy hour, and one of the features for the Henley is they have 8 Manhattan selections that are variations on Manhattans. Okay. And they're all $8. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's a good price in this town.
It's a reason to go.
Unfortunately.
So I go to the bar, and it was the first time I went in for happy hour. And it was highly recommended by someone in town who knows what's really good. And I go in, and they have a punch of the day. And it was amazing.
So is it a different punch every single day? Do you know?
This particular day, they had a punch of the day.
Okay.
And the last time I was in, I asked them about the punch of the day, and they had one. So this particular one, what I'm finding out about Scotch is, because, I'm not a big Scotch drinker.
I like Scotch.
Well, what I found out about Scotch is that you can add any herb to it, and it's amazing. It's an amazing thing. And it may not necessarily be something that you would think.
It takes the kick out a little bit. And maybe
it really opens it up. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. I remember being at a bar in town, and the bartenders were competing to make a amazing drink for me, which was surprising.
That's pretty nice.
And one made a drink that tastes like Thanksgiving in a glass, and it was a Scotch drink. And there were a lot of ingredients in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the Henley, they do it well. I mean, the punch of the day was just amazing. And
so what did it taste like?
It was Scotch, and all I know is like the predominant flavor in it was cumin. And it was pretty amazing.
Cumin?
A cumin
really?
liqueur. Yes, you're surprised, but that's what it was. So that was enough for me.
Any garnish on it?
No garnish. It was just, it was enough
so
for
straight
me.
up
all I'm saying,
Scotch and some spices.
I can't do a deep dive into the drink.
That's fine. It sounds really cool. It sounds like something that I was
imbibing. That's all that was going on.
All about that.
So it's enough to warrant a visit to the Henley.
Okay.
Just to explore what it is and what it's all about.
Cool.
And because I know you're married.
Yeah.
And your wife's birthday is
We haven't talked about that every
episode. And your wife's birthday is coming up.
It is.
Maybe just get a room at the hotel and drink and
I might do that.
Enjoy yourself.
We might do that.
That's all I have
to say. All right.
But anyway,
cool.
So
that sounds good. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Well, we just got back from Florida, as was mentioned. I won't talk about that. It was fine. Whatever. Vacation. But my highlight of the past 2 weeks is I went to, on the east side, a fairly new, it's been around maybe 3 months or so, Mexican-styled restaurant called El Fuego. And it was fantastic. So I went there, and I have like my go-to Mexican beer that I order every time.
Tecate?
No. I'm not going to say what it is. And anyway, I asked for my beer. They did not have it. It's not Corona. It's not Tecate. And I think it's the guy that actually owns the place. He came up and he was super cool, said, and suggested another beer called Victoria, which is another Mexican beer, which it's not like it's any unknown beer. It's a fairly well-known Mexican beer, but I'd never had it before. And it hit the spot. It was exactly what I was looking for. It's a slightly more amber beer, Vienna style type of lager. So it's definitely not as light as a Corona, Tecate, those sorts of beers go. But we had a really good time there. It has all sorts of really good margaritas. I think the standard margaritas, my wife had one. She said it was great. The one dish that I'm going to mention real quick is, and I'm probably mispronouncing this, is the pupusas, which is a El Salvadorian dish, which has chicharron in it, which is a fried pork belly. It has curtido in it, which is a fermented cabbage relish.
What?
Fermented cabbage relish. Cortido, I think, is how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. And Laraco on top of the pupusas, which is like a green flour. Anyway, it was really good. So I highly recommend that place. The only thing is they don't have like standard enchiladas. So if your kid loves like just the regular cheese enchilada.
Wait, whoa. You took the whole family?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I know. It's totally like family friendly. And you can either go with a date. So you could go with a date.
Dude.
That'd be great.
I was out on Monday night and I passed the place.
Yeah.
No, it was Sunday night. I passed the place and it was hopping. So that may be the only place to go on the east side on a Sunday night. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, it was great. I recommend it. Family, no family, whatever. The owner is great. Super nice. recommend me a good beer. It was satisfying.
Nice.
And yeah, so that's it. So for you, anything that you've heard on the street, any rumors, openings, closings, anything like that in the past couple weeks on your side? Across nothing. You're shaking your head. Nothing. You got nothing. Okay. Well, I'll tell you about a couple things. All right. So, I think on the first episode I mentioned that Pied Piper was closing.
The ice cream.
And no, not Pied Piper Creamery. Pied Piper Diner.
Oh.
In East Nashville, off of Porter. And unfortunately, it closed. It was great, but I believe a Korean restaurant is opening in its place, which I also mentioned, which you obviously do not remember at all, me talking about in the first episode, because you're looking at me in a very quizzical fashion.
I was...
Okay, whatever. Anyway, I the only update I have is it looks like they are intensely working on it. I think they may have knocked down a wall next to it. It used to be Atomic Records next to it, and they had the doors open. It looks like they're building new walls, so it's going to be a little bigger than Pied Piper. But mainly because I live very close to there, it is going to be hopefully opening here in the next month or so. Working hard on it.
But it warrants a trip to East Nashville. That's
of course, yeah. Awesome. So we'll keep you posted on that. I'll be able to keep you posted on that since I pass by it almost every day.
Nice.
And as soon as it opens, then we'll let you know, and I'll hopefully be able to give you a review of it. The other fantastic news, amazing news, which you, I don't know, prophetically or maybe somehow heard on the street, on the street. We talked about last episode, Cushiony and Keller closing.
I told you there was something next.
You did tell me something was opening next. And so I saw today that Tandy Wilson City House, that he's opening up. I believe it's in the Cushiony and Keller. I mean, I could be wrong, but he's opening up a new restaurant. It's at 1300 3rd Avenue North, which I'm almost positive is where Cushiony and Keller were. So Tandy's opening up a new place. It's going to be called the Mop and Broom Mess Hall. And from what I understand, it's just, some casual Southern comfort food. I don't know a lot more about that. I just heard about it. So, of course, we've mentioned City House in past episodes and how much we love it. And it's a staple. And if you haven't been there, you need to go there tomorrow. Well, I've heard about that. That's going to be opening, I think, at the end of August. So pretty soon here in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I mean, that was the space that your dearly departed restaurant occupied was a broom factory. So it sounds
because when we were hanging out last week or so, we went by there and you said, oh yeah, that's the place that used to be the broom factory. I had no idea.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it was straight up a broom factory, which is pretty incredible.
So very excited about that.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Also, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll definitely, as soon as it opens, we'll go there. Yeah, and we'll check it out, and we will report back how good it is, because I'm sure it will be nothing but good things.
Yeah.
So anyway, the other thing that I was going to talk about, and he's looking at me quizzically. Let me just say, this is going to all come around to a restaurant that I'm going to be talking about. So, I promise my wife, even though she sometimes doesn't believe me, that I am not a pack rat. I do keep certain things. I still have all my CDs. I haven't got rid of any of my CDs.
What? CDs?
Yeah, CDs. Yeah, people that are under 25 don't even know what those are, right?
I don't know.
I keep things. I don't keep a lot of things. She's begging me to get rid of books. She's begging me to get rid of, CDs, magazines, but I keep them. And sometimes it turns out that, it all comes back around, and there's a good reason why I might keep a magazine. So the other day, I had both my kids. My wife wasn't with us, and I was looking for a good restaurant to go to. And I saw Hugh Babies, which is a barbecue and burger shop. It's been around, I don't know, it's been around a little over a year in well, it's not the Nations, it's on Charlotte Pike. It seems like they keep on like inching out what they're calling the Nations, depending on who is talking about the place.
If you're looking for neighborhoods and you go and you search it, you'll find it in the Nations.
Yeah.
But it's worth the search.
So I was looking at like kid-friendly places, and I saw that place, and the main reason that drew me to it was that it had a patio up front that has a little play area for kids. I'm like, oh, this is cool. But I was looking on the menu, and I see that they have the Slug Burger. Have you ever heard of the Slug Burger?
No.
So the Slug Burger is something that started out, well, there are various possibilities of where it started out from in terms of time period, but it started out in Mississippi in around the World War I period, where I believe that the federal government actually wanted the soldiers to make sure they were getting their daily allowance of meat. So they put these ads out encouraging homemakers and restaurants to cook one meatless meal a day. So they started doing that, and they would use things called extenders. So extenders are like a potato meal, cornmeal, cracker meal. And that was in around 1919, and there was a family that started making, the Weeks family, I believe, that started making Slug burgers in Boonville, Mississippi. So World War II comes, and they actually have commercially produced ground beef substitute called New Meat, Numete, and Proteina, which is a mix of soybean meal, tomato juice, and yeast extract. Anyway, this all comes around. It stays kind of regionally as known as either Slug Burger or Dough Burger, depending on which town you lived in. So the guys from Martin's Barbecue, I believe Pat Martin, his uncle was called Hugh Baby Coleman, and they're from Mississippi. Of course, we don't have to talk about Martin's Barbecue. It's some of the best barbecue in town. It's good.
Staple Memphis here in Nashville.
Yeah, Memphis barbecue style. He started Hugh Baby's Barbecue, and they have the Slug Burger on the menu. Unfortunately, it's only on Fridays. I don't know why that is only on Fridays.
Are you telling me you didn't have it?
I'm telling you I didn't have it.
You don't need to tell me that, because I'm going to go have it.
So when I went there, I asked them, I said, is there any way you can do a Slug Burger? Is that cracking open a beer? All right. This is for real. And yeah, they said they only do it on Fridays. I didn't ask why. I just left it at that. But they have the Slug Burger on the menu. So I'm going to go back there, and I'm going to try the Slug Burger. I can't say I've ever had a Slug Burger.
It's possible. Well, if you didn't grow up in Tennessee, it's possible you had it.
Well, if you lived in Savannah, Tennessee, or Selmer, Tennessee, or somewhere else. So anyway, the whole reason I talk about being a pack rat is I have an Oxford American magazine from 2003. So I collect magazines still. I can't throw away magazines, as my wife would say. And on the cover from 2003 is Slug Burgers, the acquired taste of a Mississippi tradition. I'm handing it to him right now. Mickey, there you go. So you can read that and read all about the Slug Burger. So there's a good reason why I don't throw away magazines, because you never know when something might pop up that you can say, wait a second, let me go look in my closet, deep inside my closet, and dig through magazines for half an hour.
I'm going to have to talk to your wife.
Yeah.
No, it's called the internet. There's a reason.
I know. The article is probably on the internet. I didn't even think about that. But as soon as I saw that on the menu, I thought, holy shit, Slug Burgers. I remember reading about those in the magazine 15 years ago.
Oh, that is...
And I pulled it out.
That is a deep dive. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, but the thing, so if you have kids, I highly recommend going to Hugh Babies. The one thing I love about it is freaking cheap. The cheeseburger is $4.29. kind of weird thing. They don't have a kids menu, but it's fine because the ballpark dog is $2.99. You can just get it just by itself. The pork barbecue sandwich, which I had to test it out. I'm from Memphis. I gotta have a pork barbecue sandwich to test it out and be critical of it every single time there's a new barbecue shop. And I had it. It was great. So they have it's not a huge menu. You know, they got different types of cheeseburgers, different type of pork sandwiches, some different types of hot dogs, but it has a fantastic place for kids. It's a place where you can go on the patio and the kids can play in the little play area. They can eat on what? Go ahead.
Wait, you're talking about inexpensive?
Inexpensive.
How about delicious? I don't care what it costs.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Got this place. You need to go. If you're in Nashville,
I would tell you
show up because it is so good.
I would tell you if the pork sandwich sucked because it's fun. Believe me, I have a pretty. I'm obnoxious when it comes to barbecue being from Memphis.
You've definitely opened my eyes because I feel like in the future, I feel it's coming. I'm gonna go a few weeks and try to see how the other half.
But it's like a fast food. You know, it's a pretty quick. You know, come in, pop out. They have a drive-through. But I loved it. It was great. The kids loved it. You know, I mean, why would you go to like Burger King or McDonald's or anything?
You wouldn't. There's no reason. If you're
when it's almost the same price or cheaper.
There are two locations. There's also one on West End that just opened.
Yeah, they just opened up like a couple months ago.
So I don't know. You've got a lot of options. And if you happen to be visiting Nashville, or if you're a Nashvilleian or whatever, you should definitely drop by and check it out because it's great. My only problem is I can never remember how to say the name. How do you say it?
You want to say like Huey's or it's Hugh Babies?
Okay, gotcha.
Hugh Baby Coleman.
It's great.
Is who it's named after.
It sounds delicious.
It was fantastic. So I had the barbecue sandwich. I took a bite of the burger that my girl had. I took a bite of the hot dog. I sampled everything.
Like, kids, come along. Let's try it all.
And she just had obviously the regular burger since we couldn't have the Slug burger, and it was very much in the style of just like a very thin but really well cooked meat. Not a lot of fluff to it, but it was fantastic.
That sounds delicious.
Nothing more than
you don't need to know. Gonna have to check this out. Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I actually had a bite out to eat this week, and it was very interesting. It was it's called Emmy Squared.
I have not heard of that. What is it?
It's in the Gulch. In Nashville, there are various different neighborhoods. This particular one's called the Gulch. It's not far from downtown, and it occupies the space that the 404 Kitchen used to be in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And 404 Kitchen is fantastic.
Right.
It's like it's amazing. So anyway, I pop in for lunch, and they're all about pizza. They do a Detroit style pizza. Don't ask me what Detroit style pizza is.
Is it halfway between?
I don't know. Okay. All I know is that it's delicious.
All right.
I mean, they have a Detroit style pizza, and I had a pepperoni pizza. But as I was looking on the menu, they also have like I think it was either $19 or $18. It was a burger on the menu.
Really? Oh, okay. $19 burger.
$19 or $18. And
the cheeseburger at Hugh Babies was $4.29.
We already talked about that. Okay. We already talked about that.
All right.
All I know is that when I walked in the restaurant and I sat down, I'm sitting at the bar and I'm having my pizza, and I look around and there were several burgers.
I'm sure people eating burgers.
I'm just saying there were several burgers that were ordered. I mean, there were 2 at the bar. Like 4 tables. It's not a large place. It's very small. Mm-hmm. But I definitely recommend going and checking it out because the pizza was fantastic. They also have something that is, for those folks who've been to New Mexico and know about green chili, they have Hatch green chili, which is it's a New Mexico thing that's amazing that you have to check out. Well, it's a real thing, and I'm gonna go through Nashville because I'm noticing it popping up on menus throughout Nashville, and it's worth the trip.
Really?
There are a few restaurants that are really good around town that are using Hatch green chili. So there, if you go there, you want to definitely get the fries that are featuring the Hatch green chili.
Okay.
But it occupies the space that was formerly the 404 Kitchen.
Right.
404 Kitchen's moved across the street. Now, 404 Kitchen is a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But what I found out is that they also do a burger at 404 Kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And they do a limited number of those burgers.
Okay.
And you can only order them at the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
So you might they run out halfway in
Run
the middle
out?
of the day.
Is it run out? How about limit?
Okay.
Let's say not
Sorry.
run out. That's all I'm saying. So our goal in the next 3 months is to assemble 10 friends and go and eat this
Clean them out
burger.
of the burgers?
Clean out. Partake in this limited number of burgers. So, but that
I think we can do that.
That has like intrigued me. So the whole thing is like Emmy Square is also connected to the 404 Kitchen.
Okay, so they are connected
family.
somehow.
Yes,
okay.
it is. There's like an umbrella, and they're underneath that umbrella.
Okay.
And I am looking forward to going back to the 404 Kitchen because it's one of the best meals.
It's been a while since I've been in there, so yeah.
One of the
I need
best
to go
meals
back.
I've ever had in Nashville, and one of the best nights I've had out in Nashville. It included seeing a country music icon.
Celebrity? Not an icon. Garth?
Who are you? How about Loretta Lynn?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So dinner,
Wow.
and then we actually saw Loretta Lynn perform. So I'm going to leave it at that.
What?
But anyway, go to.
Come on.
Go see.
Come on.
Go to. Don't go see. Go to 404 Kitchen.
Okay.
Sit at the bar and have the burger.
I'll do it.
And check out Emmy Square. Limited number of seats, but well worth the wait and well worth checking out.
Cool.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. Sounds good. Well, so anyway, we were talking last week about a new place we had heard about that is opening, and it is open now.
Yeah.
And it is called Pearl Diver.
Yeah.
So
and word of mouth, it was strong. I mean, this was like the place, like on the street.
Yeah, it's from some people that have a good history in this town of successful restaurants. So tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so Pearl Diver, it's an exotic lounge. Don't ask what that is. But it's an exotic lounge.
I heard it was a tiki bar.
Oh, okay. Of all things that you could call it, I wouldn't call it that.
Yeah.
Because from the concept and being there, it's like, why would you box?
It doesn't have tiki torches?
No. You really went there, dude.
I know it does.
Why would you box yourself into that? Because from what I can
you're going to limit yourself into what people think about what the place is, you know?
From what I can gather from tiki bars, period, from what I can gather, there's like a very strong, like weird culture that goes along with that. People
a lot of pineapple.
No, people tend to be a bit like they can be assholes.
Okay.
If it's about a tiki bar.
Right.
So the whole thing is like, why box yourself into that? So Pearl Diver, let's see. There's a place called the Tree House here in town. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great for late night. They have great food, high-end cocktails.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. I can't remember, 6-7 years.
It's in East Nashville.
Yeah, it's good.
Highly recommend checking it out.
Right.
It's a great place to go.
Yeah.
There's also a place called 308.
Yeah.
If you're new to Nashville, you've probably been there.
Next door to Dino's.
And it's a fantastic place to go. So you've got these two places.
Right.
Now, from what I gather about how it all came about, there was a situation where there was a bowling league. Great things come out of bowling.
Yeah, I love bowling.
You've got the Tree House. You got 308. You put them together. You got Trio 8.
Okay. That's the name of a.
So out of all of this,
bowling,
you've got the major players, and out of that was born Pearl Diver.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Did you have a bowling name when you used to go bowling? What was your name?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so you've got Pearl Diver. That sprung up. It's an exotic lounge. And the thing is like
exotic lounge.
I went in a few days before they opened, and the thing that was so surprising is like I walk in and all I remember doing is taking my phone out and taking pictures before I even saw the menu, before I even sat down at the bar. I was like, oh my God, check this place out.
Yeah.
I mean, because they really took the time to make it what it is. I mean, it
sounds like this is the place.
It's absolutely the place.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely check it out.
Yeah, we went there, and so I noticed that they had a drink called the Pearl Diver.
Yes, and that's their signature drink.
Yeah.
It's a frozen drink, so I'd say definitely check it out.
Yeah. When I was there at Mojito, it was fantastic. Really good. And that seems like, when you go there, especially now, I mean, it's middle of summer, or into summer, and that's the type of drink that tastes fantastic right now. But what I really liked about it was the back area. There is a bunch of booze on one side, a very long bar, like the pineapple lights above the bar. I mean, it's very cool. But walking into the back, it has some cool couches in the back, some good wooden benches. I don't know what it was before. Whatever they did, whatever it was cool.
The attention to detail is just like, it just kind of blows my mind.
It's great.
Down to this, the restrooms.
Yeah.
If it's occupied, there's a light that lights up above the restrooms that says it is occupied.
Hold on a second. No need to try the door handle.
It's just kind of amazing. So they have classic drinks, daiquiris, margaritas, and then you go to like tiki favorites. You've got like the Mai Tai, the pina colada, the Pearl Diver. That happens to be a classic tiki drink. Then they have strange and wonderful signature drinks, and one in particular, East Park Swizzle.
Okay.
I know you were like surprised. It features mezcal, creamy sherry, and 3 other interesting ingredients that you definitely have to try.
I'll have to try that next time.
The food menu is pretty exciting.
I'm going to try the oysters because I have to try an oyster at every single restaurant that I go to. I saw that they have those there.
When you first walk in, you can order from the counter.
Yeah.
They have oysters.
Yeah, there's like a little window area where you go in and you order, get a number.
Yes, and they have dumplings, fish tacos. I mean, the place is...
Yeah, the thing that I liked about it, it definitely seems like when you think of a lounge, I mean, it's very laid back. It's very just enjoy yourself with a nice, refreshing drink, a nice, good food menu item, whatever it is, and, just have a good time. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to going there definitely in the fall when it's a little cooler. And I mean, it was fine. We were out there, just a couple days ago, and it was fine because even though it was hot, by the time it doesn't open till 6, I think it's open 6 to 2 or 3. So by the time you get there, it's not that hot outside anyway.
Well, definitely check it out. I mean, as far as East Nashville goes, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
And it's not in any way affiliated or part of the tiki situation.
Yeah.
So Pearl Diver, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And there are other places that come along that you want to check out that may be very similar.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good way to wrap it up. So remember, eat up, drink up, and if anyone asks, this is the place to be. We'll see you next time. Bye. Our cranky bus driver, when we were in Germany, we would eat like breakfast, and there were like bacon. It's called Schweinfleisch, and he would say, "Give me this Schweinfleisch." He would say that every time. I was like, "What
is that? Bacon?"
Yeah, just bacon. But that's what
it's.
Well, like swine.
Yeah. Schweinfleisch.
Schweinfleisch. Yeah. Schweinfleisch.
I had a crazy pig.
Story. And I meant to tell that story, and I just totally blanked on telling the story.
Got it recorded now, so.
Oh, dude, that's
an episode tag right there.